If you're over 60, listen closely. This might be one of the most important things you ever hear about your daily nutrition. Your heart, your brain, your bones, they're not shaped by dramatic moments. They're shaped by the tiny habits you repeat every single day. And sometimes, the smallest foods carry the biggest consequences. One of those foods is sardines, a powerhouse that doctors love recommending to older adults because it's safe, low in mercury, and packed with nutrients your aging body relies on. But here's the part almost no one tells you. Many seniors in America are eating sardines in ways that quietly erase the very benefits they're trying to get. They drain the oil, rinse the fish, pick out the bones, choose the wrong can, or store leftovers in ways that let nutrients disappear. These habits look harmless. They look normal. They look like the right thing to do. But they're not. And one of them, the most common one, can wipe out up to 40% of the nutrition your body desperately needs after 60. That's not a small loss. That's your calcium, your omega-3s, your vitamin D, your anti-inflammatory protection, gone before your body ever gets a chance to use it. So, if you've ever rinsed sardines to wash off the salt, tossed the oil because you thought it was unhealthy, avoided sardines after trying one bad brand, or cracked open a can, ate half, and stored the rest in the same metal can, then yes, you're already making these mistakes. You're not alone. Doctors see these habits every single week. And the good news is, today, you're finally going to fix them. So stay with me, because every mistake matters, and the last one is the most dangerous of all. It's the one almost everyone over 60 makes without even thinking. And once you understand it, you'll never look at a can of sardines the same way again. Let's get started. Sardines are one of the few foods that truly check every box your body needs after 60. They're filled with omega-3s that calm inflammation, protect your heart, and help keep your brain sharp as you age. They're rich in calcium that strengthens thinning bones and lowers your risk of fractures. They naturally contain vitamin D, something most seniors are low in. And that vitamin D helps your body absorb the calcium instead of letting it slip away. And because sardines are small, they stay extremely low in mercury, something larger fish can never guarantee. Add in high-quality protein that supports muscle strength, balance, and mobility, and you're looking at one of the most complete foods you can put on your plate. But even the best superfood can only help you if you handle it the right way. Sardines are powerful, but they're also delicate. One wrong habit, one tiny routine you've done for years without thinking, can quietly slash their benefits long before they ever reach your heart, your brain, or your bones. That's why so many people eat sardines regularly, yet never feel the full support they should be getting from them. And now, let's break down the 7 hidden mistakes that silently rob you of these benefits. Starting with the one almost everyone over 60 makes. Mistake number 7. Mistake number 7 is one almost every shopper makes without ever realizing it. Choosing the wrong type of sardines. And if you're over 60, this mistake hits your heart, your brain, and your bones harder than you might think. Most seniors reach for the water-packed cans because the label feels clean, light, and safe. Less oil, fewer calories, easier on the stomach. But that's exactly how the food industry misleads you. Water-packed sardines look healthier, but they're not. Not for your age, not for your nutrition, and definitely not for your omega-3s. What the labels don't tell you is that water speeds up oxidation. And oxidation is the silent thief that destroys the very nutrients you're eating sardines for. Omega-3s break down, flavor fades, quality collapses. By the time you open the can, the fish is already drier, flakier, and far less beneficial for your heart and your brain. And when the texture dries out, your body absorbs fewer healthy fats. That matters more after 60 because your cells don't hold on to nutrients as efficiently as they used to. You need every bit of support you can get, and water-packed sardines simply don't give it to you. Oil-packed sardines, on the other hand, protect those fragile omega-3 layers. The oil acts like a shield, keeping the fish moist, stable, and full of the nutrients your heart, memory, and blood vessels rely on. And here's something most people never hear. Omega-3s don't just help your heart. They play a direct role in memory, mood, inflammation control, blood flow, and even the aging of your blood vessels. You can't afford to lose them at this stage of life. But here's the catch. Not all oils are created equal. You want sardines packed in olive oil, or even better, extra virgin olive oil. These oils have their own anti-inflammatory benefits that support joint comfort, heart function, and long-term brain health. They boost the nutrient value instead of stripping it away. What you don't want are the cheap seed oil versions, soybean, canola, sunflower, cottonseed. These oils oxidize easily, push inflammation higher, and work against the very benefits you're trying to gain. So the rule is simple. If you're going to eat sardines, choose the cans that actually protect your health, not the ones that just sound healthy. Look for olive oil. Look for extra virgin olive oil. Skip the water-packed cans and avoid the seed oil traps. One small decision in the grocery aisle can completely change what your body gets out of every bite, especially after 60. Mistake number 6 is the one that surprises people the most, because almost everyone over 60 has done it without thinking. Most seniors throw away the one part of the sardine that protects their bones the most, the soft, tiny bones inside the fish. And they do it out of habit, fear, or the belief that bones are dangerous or hard to chew. But this is one of the biggest losses in senior nutrition. These are not the sharp, rigid bones you find in larger fish. They're pressure-cooked, softened, and completely edible. And they carry some of the most valuable nutrients your body needs right now. When you remove the bones, you're throwing away one of the best natural sources of bioavailable calcium, the kind your body easily absorbs and actually uses. And here's why that matters even more. Sardine bones naturally come with vitamin D in the same food. That creates the perfect nutritional synergy. Vitamin D helps your body absorb calcium. Calcium strengthens aging bones, supports your teeth, helps your muscles contract, and even stabilizes your heartbeat. After 60, when bone loss accelerates and fall risk increases, that combination becomes priceless. When seniors toss the bones, they lose a natural pairing that helps protect them from fractures, osteoporosis, brittle bones, nighttime leg cramps, and the slow decline in strength that steals mobility. It's not a small detail. It's a daily chance to fortify your skeleton, lost in seconds because the bones look strange or feel unnecessary. But let me reassure you, sardine bones are safe. They're soft. They crumble under the slightest pressure. The canning process doesn't just soften them. It transforms them into a nutrient-dense, easily digestible source of minerals. Even if you have dentures, sensitive teeth, or digestion concerns, these bones are usually easier to handle than you expect. Many seniors tell me they barely notice the bones once they start eating sardines the right way. So, here's what to do instead. Keep the bones. Mix the sardines thoroughly so the bones blend into the texture. Add them to avocado, yogurt, or a spread if you prefer something smoother. Let your body receive the calcium, vitamin D, and mineral support it has been missing for years. This isn't a tiny habit change. It's one of the simplest, most powerful steps you can take to strengthen your bones every time you open a can. Mistake number 5. Mistake number 5 is something almost everyone has done at least once, and it feels completely harmless. Many people rinse their sardines under running water, hoping to wash off the salt, lighten the flavor, or get rid of the fishy smell. It sounds logical. It feels clean. It looks like the right move. But this simple habit is one of the fastest ways to destroy the nutrition you're actually trying to get, especially after 60. When you rinse sardines, you wash away much more than oil or surface salt. You wash away the very nutrients that make sardines a superfood. Omega-3s sit right on the surface of the fish and inside the natural oils. The moment water hits them, they're gone. And with them go the fat-soluble vitamins, A, D, and E, the nutrients that support your eyes, your bones, your skin, and your immune system. These vitamins don't survive a rinse. They slide straight down the drain. And once they're gone, your heart and brain lose the protection they should be getting from every bite. Here's the twist most people never realize. Rinsing doesn't meaningfully reduce sodium at all. The salt isn't sitting on the outside, it's absorbed into the fish during the canning process. No amount of rinsing can pull it out. All you're doing is damaging the texture, breaking apart the fillets, and destroying the delicate structure that makes sardines so easy to digest. So, what should you do instead? Choose low-sodium sardines right from the store. They're easy to find, and they taste great. And if you're worried about salt because of blood pressure, support your body the smart way. Pair your sardines with potassium-rich foods like tomatoes, avocados, spinach, or cucumbers. These help naturally balance sodium without sacrificing nutrients. No rinsing, no nutrient loss, no damage. Rinsing feels like the healthy choice, but it's the opposite. Keep the fish intact, keep the nutrients where they belong, and let your body receive the full heart-protective, bone-supporting benefits sardines are meant to deliver. Mistake number 4 is one of the most dangerous because it feels completely harmless. And it comes from a belief almost every senior grew up with: canned food lasts forever. Yes, sealed cans stay safe for a long time. But the moment you open that lid, everything changes. Once air hits the fish, oxidation begins immediately. And oxidation is the silent destroyer of omega-3s. It strips away the heart-protective fats you need after 60, breaks down flavor, and turns a nutrient-rich food into something your body struggles to benefit from. Most people don't notice it happening. They open a can, eat half, pop the rest in the fridge, still in the can, and assume it's perfectly fine the next day. But metal and air together create the perfect storm. The oils oxidize. The taste turns metallic. The texture dries out. And the healthy fats your heart and brain rely on? They break down long before you get to them. Oxidized oils don't just lose their nutritional value. They promote inflammation, raise oxidative stress, and can irritate the stomach and digestive system. For someone over 60, who already deals with higher inflammation and more sensitive digestion, that's a real concern. Even worse, that unpleasant metallic flavor convinces many seniors that sardines don't taste good anymore, and they stop eating them altogether. But the problem isn't the fish. It's the storage mistake. And the good news is, it's one of the easiest things to fix. Here's the correct method. The moment you open the can, move any leftovers into an airtight glass container. Not the can. Not a thin plastic cup with a loose lid. A proper airtight glass container keeps air out and protects the delicate fats inside the fish. And you need to pay attention to timing. Sardines packed in oil stay fresh for about 2 to 3 days. Sardines packed in water last only about 1 day before the flavor and nutrition break down. If they're packed in tomato sauce, you might get 3 to 4 days. But that's the limit. After that, it's simply not worth the risk. One more thing, never eat sardines straight from an opened can that's been sitting in the fridge. The metallic reaction alone strips away the benefits and affects your digestion. With just one small habit change, transferring the fish immediately, you protect your heart, your digestion, your taste experience, and every ounce of nutrition sardines are supposed to deliver. Mistake number 3 is one that keeps so many older adults from ever enjoying sardines again. They try one can, usually the cheapest one on the shelf, usually packed in water, usually poor quality, and the moment they taste it, they decide, nope, sardines are disgusting. And from that point on, every can, every brand, and every style gets judged by that one bad experience. But that's like trying one terrible cup of coffee and swearing off coffee forever. It's not the food, it's the version you picked. Sardines are not all the same, not even close. Where they come from changes everything. Mediterranean sardines tend to be richer and smoother. Atlantic sardines are firmer and a bit saltier. Pacific sardines have a brighter, cleaner taste. The water temperature, the type of plankton the fish eat, and the way they're handled on the boat all shape the flavor and texture. And then there's seasonality. Fish caught in spring taste lighter and leaner. Fish caught later in the year have more natural fat, giving them a deeper, softer, more buttery flavor. One season can feel completely different from another, and that's before we even talk about oils and sauces. Extra virgin olive oil gives a rich, smooth taste. Tomato sauce brings a tangy, bright flavor. Mustard adds a sharp kick. Smoked varieties add warmth and depth. Even the quality of the olive oil itself can change the entire experience. Two cans that look identical on the outside can taste nothing alike once you open them. Here's why this matters. When seniors believe all sardines taste the same, they stop exploring. They miss out on the varieties that could easily become their favorite protein source. They give up on a food that supports heart health, strengthens bones, sharpens memory, and helps control inflammation. All because of one disappointing can. But when you start trying different regions, different oils, and different brands, you discover that sardines can actually be incredibly enjoyable. And when they taste good, you stick with them. That long-term consistency is where the real health benefits show up. So don't let one bad can decide your entire relationship with this powerhouse food. Sardines are a world of flavors. You just haven't met the right one yet. Mistake number 2. Mistake number 2 is all about what you pair your sardines with. And this is where so many seniors go wrong. A lot of older adults struggle with strong flavors, so they try to mask sardines with heavy, creamy sauces. Or worse, sweet ingredients that soften the taste. But those choices don't make sardines easier to eat. They make the fishiness stronger, the texture heavier, and the digestion harder. Cream plus oily fish is simply too rich for most people after 60. And sugary pairings clash with the natural brine, creating a flavor that feels off and sits heavy in the stomach. By the end of the meal, you're bloated, uncomfortable, and convinced sardines just don't agree with you. But the problem isn't the sardines. It's the pairing. Here's the real secret. Sardines shine when you pair them with contrast. Bright, acidic, fresh ingredients cut through the natural richness of the fish and bring the flavor to life. And they don't just improve taste. They help your body absorb nutrients more efficiently. Acid boosts mineral absorption. Fiber supports digestion and gut comfort. Fresh herbs add lightness and balance. When you combine sardines with the right partners, the fish stops feeling heavy and starts feeling clean, vibrant, and satisfying. So what should you pair them with? Keep it simple. Lemon juice is your best friend. A quick squeeze instantly lifts the flavor. Vinegar works the same way. Tomatoes, capers, pickles, and lightly tangy vegetables brighten each bite and cut through the oiliness. Pair sardines with crunchy greens, cucumbers, or peppers to add texture and reduce heaviness. Whole grain toast adds a nutty, grounding base that balances the richness. And if you want creaminess without the digestive burden, mash sardines with avocado instead of dairy. These pairings make sardines easier to digest, easier to enjoy, and easier to include in your weekly routine. When you choose the right partners, sardines stop feeling like a strong, overpowering food. They become a fresh, balanced, nutrient-dense meal that supports your heart, your digestion, and your energy, without any of the uncomfortable heaviness afterward. Mistake number 1 is the one almost everyone makes, and it wipes out more nutrition than every other mistake on this list combined. Seniors open a can of sardines, see the oil, and immediately drain it into the sink because they think it's extra calories, too heavy, or simply unhealthy. But that oil isn't a waste product. It's not filler. And it's definitely not something the factory adds just to take up space. That oil is where some of the strongest nutrients in the entire can are hiding. And when you pour it out, you're pouring out the exact things your body needs most after 60. During the packing process, omega-3s, vitamin D, and essential minerals naturally seep from the fish into the oil. Over time, that oil becomes a concentrated source of these nutrients, almost like a liquid supplement built right into the can. When you throw it away, you're throwing away brain support, heart protection, bone nourishment, and inflammation control. And here's the part that hits hardest. Most older adults already struggle with low omega-3 levels. The body doesn't store these fats well. Absorption slows with age. And without steady intake, inflammation rises, memory slips, joints stiffen, and heart health becomes harder to maintain. Draining the oil only makes all of that worse. The solution, thankfully, is simple, and honestly, delicious. Keep the oil and use it. Drizzle it over salads instead of bottled dressing. Use it to sauté onions or garlic when you cook your vegetables. Stir a spoonful into soups or stews for extra richness. Add it to a light stir-fry to boost healthy fats without any extra effort. You can even mix it with lemon, herbs, and pepper and use it as a quick dip for whole grain bread. Every spoon gives your body the omega-3s and fat-soluble vitamins it desperately needs, without taking a supplement or changing your diet dramatically. The oil in the can isn't the problem. It's the advantage. And once you stop throwing it away, you unlock the full power of sardines. The power your heart, your brain, and your bones have been missing for years. Before we wrap up, here's a quick doctor's note. Because even though sardines are one of the safest, most nutrient-dense foods you can eat, there are a few groups who should be a little more careful. If you have high blood pressure or you're salt-sensitive, always choose low-sodium sardines. Regular cans can come with a heavy salt load, and even though the fish itself is incredibly healthy, the sodium can push your numbers higher than you want. The good news is simple. Low-sodium versions taste great, and you still get the full benefits. If you have gout or elevated uric acid, pay attention to portions. Sardines are higher in purines, and while they're very healthy, too much can trigger flare-ups in sensitive people. You don't need to avoid them completely, just enjoy them in moderation and drink plenty of water. The same guidance applies if you've had kidney stones, especially uric acid stones. Sardines can absolutely stay in your diet, but talk with your doctor about how often you should include them. And for pregnant women, sardines remain one of the safest fish choices because they're naturally low in mercury. Just be mindful of the sodium levels and the extra calories that come with oil-packed varieties. Otherwise, sardines are actually a fantastic pregnancy-friendly food loaded with essential nutrients. Here's the reassuring part. For most adults, especially people over 60. Sardines are not just safe, they're powerful. They support your heart, your brain, your bones, your immunity, and your long-term strength. You don't need to be afraid of them. You just need to choose wisely, read the labels, pick high-quality brands, and rotate different varieties so your body gets a wider range of nutrients. Handled correctly, sardines are one of the simplest, strongest tools you can use to stay healthy as you age. To wrap this up, remember this. Sardines are one of the most powerful foods you can use to protect your body after 60. Tiny fish. Huge impact. But only if you stop making the little mistakes we walked through today. These small habits determine how well your heart beats, how strong your bones stay, how sharp your memory feels, and how much energy you wake up with every morning. One small change today can start reversing years of damage in the best possible way. So here's my challenge for you. Don't just watch this video and move on. Pick one thing you learned today and put it into action the next time you open a can. Keep the bones. Keep the oil. Choose the right type. Store it the right way. Give your body the full benefit it deserves, every time. And now I'd love to hear from you. How do you like your sardines? Do you mash them? Put them on toast? Add lemon? Share it in the comments. Your ideas help more people than you realize. And if this video helped you, hit that like button so more people over 60 can avoid these mistakes. Make sure you're subscribed too, because I've got more simple, science-backed nutrition videos coming your way. And I don't want you to miss a single one. Thank you for watching. Take good care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.